We have been fluoridating our water in Tennessee for more than 50 years, but never before has there been more talk than that fluoridating our water might be a bad idea and a health risk. Tonight, Dennis Ferrier has the latest developments on a story that impacts all of us.
Joey Hensley is a respected physician. He's also a Tennessee state lawmaker. He is now combining those two professions to make a very strong point.
We've been doing it 50 years, but just because we've been doing something 50 years doesn't necessarily mean that it's right.
Hensley's talking about something most of us don't even think about, fluoridating water. After much research, the doctor has sent out a letter to every water district in Tennessee asking them to stop fluoridating water. The evidence, he says, fluoride works better when you rub it on your teeth, not when you drink it. That fluoridation is medication added to water without your permission, and that's wrong. But most of all, because the National Research Council believes young children are getting 3 to 4 times the dose of fluoride as adults. And now the American Dental Association is telling mothers not to make baby formula with fluoridated water because of fear of dental fluorosis.
And that's big news, and that really hasn't been publicized very much.
Health researcher Dan Stockin believes that this ADA warning about baby formula and fluoride is just the beginning.
The ramifications of this are so huge, I'm sure that the state health department hasn't quite figured it out yet. Because see, once the door cracks, and it is now for what it does to teeth, the next group, one of the next groups that's going to start raising their hands and saying, what about us, is people who are on dialysis and people who have borderline kidney damage and impairment. Then there's all the people that have hypothyroidism.
Scientists like Nobel Prize winner Arvid Carlson and a large group of EPA scientists have called for the banning of fluoride because we don't know how much we're ingesting, so we don't know if we're being poisoned.
There are so many potential legal things about to happen that as a taxpayer, I think it would be really, really smart for the water districts and the Metro Nashville. Look, just if people want fluoride, let them use fluoridated toothpaste and spit it out. But don't go poisoning everyone. Don't continue this after everyone knows all this information now, just because it's not convenient.
Dr. Hensley has already had one response. Spring City in Ray County is going to stop fluoridating its water, and it is that simple. I mean, there's no law. It's all voluntary, Dan, so anyone can turn on the fluoride or turn it off.
Dennis, let's make sure we're clear on this. Fluoride, it is in tea, it's in coffee, it's in water, it's in bread, it's in toothpaste, but it's actually a poison, right?
It sure is, and here's the quickest evidence. Go to your bathroom and pick up your toothpaste, and you'll see a warning that if a child swallows more than a pea-sized amount of toothpaste, call poison control.
Wow. Dennis Ferrier, thanks.
Well, there's growing controversy about something many of us swallow every day. Fluoride added to our drinking water. While no one denies it can prevent cavities with topical application, a growing number of cities and countries have decided that ingesting unknown quantities of fluoride is a bad idea. And here in Tennessee, our own top health risk scientist is asking the governor to stop adding fluoride to the water. Dennis Ferrier has our story.
Dr. Kathy Thiessen makes a living assessing health risks. She's worked for the CDC, the EPA, and many other big agencies worried about big health issues. Now Dr. Thiessen is asking Governor Phil Bredesen to stop fluoridating water in the entire state of Tennessee.
There's a considerable amount of information that was not available in the 1940s and 1950s when fluoridation was instituted. What I would like to see is the health professionals themselves that to actually take a look at the toxicology papers, the scientific papers, and not to simply rely on what they've been told forever and ever.
Dr. Thiessen joins Tennessee lawmaker and medical doctor Joey Hensley as the most prominent Tennessee voices against fluoride. Chris White is not a scientist, he's a musician with the band Law. His other passion is removing fluoride from Gallatin's water supply. His MySpace page, Fluoride versus Gallatin, has nearly 400 friends in its first week.
first of all, this is something that people don't know about, and it's such an open and shut case that to educate them has already fired them up, because they just simply can't believe this is happening. And they have every right in the world to be outraged at this. And outrage is a correct word. And now that they're claiming that that it's ineffective, other than topically, i.e., brushing teeth, where you spit it out, and they're putting it in our water to go through every cell in your body on its way to your tooth enamel. It's just backwards.
All parties point to the American Dental Association recommending that mothers stop using fluoridated water for baby formula as an obvious sign that fluoride is obviously not for everyone.
We've now found out that fluoride can harm babies, and we also know that it's been admitted that there are other groups that can be harmed by fluoride, such as those that I just mentioned. Then how ethical is it to continue to force fluoride on people when they don't even know what they're drinking, when they haven't been told?
Now, we did attempt to reach the state dental director. Her voicemail said she was in today, but she did not return our calls, Demetria.
Dennis Ferrier. We tried to reach the governor as well to comment. He is traveling to Washington, D.C., and we couldn't reach him.